All right. All right. So tonight we're going to start out with a pretty straightforward um, breathing and a focusing, centering, maybe not focusing as much as centering, feeling into our own inner experience a little bit more, spending a little time with ourselves in an inner way, and then moving into doing the tapping and the inner or imaginal work. And with the intention that we're letting go, always, of course, letting go. And so that we can, feel more of this shift in energy that's happening because of the change in time, right? So we've just had a whole hour of light open up in the evening, and that just shifts us all pretty quickly, which is anyway. Um, so here we go. Okay. So let's begin. Let's begin by focusing on our breathing, and you might want to bring your hands up to your high heart. Apply a little pressure with your palms. Give some warmth to your heart center. Just gently tapping back and forth, bringing those meridians into balance and flow, the correct direction of flow, helping to begin to bring the hemispheres of the brain into more coherence. And as they come into more coherence, they're also quieting and calming. And of course, that feeling that I usually language about, coming home to ourselves. This beautiful opportunity to be present with ourselves, inside ourselves, which is something in our externally focused world that we don't tend to give enough of to ourselves. And in that vein, I'm reminded of the practice of looking into the mirror and telling ourselves that we love ourselves, right? Maybe, well, while we're brushing our teeth, it's kind of hard to talk while we're brushing our teeth, but just taking some time, whenever it is that you're in front of the mirror and looking at yourself, maybe taking some time to breathe, right? And to center back into your body and feel appreciation for yourself. Feel gratitude for all that you have done, all the healing, especially that you have done, all the growth, whatever the challenges have been in your life. And see if you can delight in yourself. If you can love yourself with delight and with joy, right? And abandon, even, there's a good word, like using it in a positive reframe, right? Just loving yourself with abandon, right? Like, I love you. I love you. I think you're great, right? I'm so happy. I'm so happy to be me. Thank you so much, right? Thank you so much for being me. I'm filled with gratitude. I'm filled with joy. I think you're wonderful. I think you're awesome, right? I think you're beautiful. You are beautiful. I'm beautiful, right? And I delight in me. Really. I deserve my own delight. I deserve to delight in myself, no matter what. And you can be playful and you can laugh, and you can make silly faces at yourself, right? You know, and it does such wonders for us to do that. And to do that every day. Maybe do it as a practice. Maybe it becomes something that's just natural. Like you catch yourself like, oh, hi, look, it's you. Look, hi. It's great to see you. Right? I love you. I love you so much. So, a couple of deep breaths. See how that's feeling. That brought up anything. Maybe it just brought up delight, which would be wonderful. And I'm going to add something to it, which is this. Another practice that we could do is to go to the mirror and look at ourselves and forgive ourselves. I forgive you. I forgive you completely and fully. I totally forgive you. No matter what, I know, always been doing the best you could. I love you and I forgive you. And maybe there's not even anything really to forgive. It's not like you did anything wrong. But sometimes we need to say to ourselves that we forgive ourselves because we feel badly. And that forgiving ourselves can release that uncomfortable feeling, that judgment about ourselves, right? And if we do it with soft eyes and a soft voice, then we're amplifying the healing of self-forgiveness. Another couple of deep waterfall breaths. And continue breathing on your own, these waterfall breaths. And being with yourself from inside of yourself. Feeling what you're feeling. Checking in, asking the different parts of yourself to share with you, to make you aware of what they're ready to let go of, or some discomfort. Maybe perhaps you notice in your body some discomfort. It's a message for what you're ready to let go of, right? What's coming up to be released. Is it tension? Is it stiffness? Is it discomfort or pain? Know that there are always emotions connected to the physical sensations and the challenges that we have, whether from this life, from our ancestors' lives, past lives. So feeling into your physical body, your emotional body, what have been the things that have happened this week? What have they triggered? What kind of feelings have come up? What kind of dreams have you had? Your mental body, what have the beliefs been? You noticed any judgment, any criticism, any evaluation? Any claiming of something we really don't want to claim, like saying my pain or my anxiety, right? My disease, whatever it might be. Like all those are ways of owning and holding on. I think we hold on. I trust, let me say, I feel there's a knowing that we hold on in ways that we don't even realize we're doing. I can find myself saying, no, I'm letting go. I surrender. And sometimes realizing that the ways I'm holding on, that there are ways I'm holding on, even when I feel, and my heart, my intent is so much on letting go. It's human, and there's so much we're carrying subconsciously and unconsciously. And then your spiritual body. How's your relationship to higher dimensional energy, however you refer to it? How's your relationship with your own high self, your own spirit? And then let's come back down to earth a little bit more and check in with our relational bodies. How do our relationships feel? How close, how open, how present, how centered, and yet kind and forgiving are we being in our relationships that are the most important to us, including, of course, our relationship with ourselves. Remember to be consciously breathing, remembering, feeling, breathing out the disrupting energies, toxins, emotions, charges. And then bringing your awareness to what it is that you brought into tonight to work on, what it is that you want to work on tonight. That may have changed, been sparked by something in the session so far. And feel into that. Walk yourself further, like deeper into it. Sometimes what we work on consciously is pretty superficial, meaning at the surface. And yet there are always connectors to deeper within. And so we can take some steps down to be a little more open with ourselves and whatever this disruption is about. And we don't necessarily know, right? In fact, there's so much we don't know. We have an awareness of what it is, but that's never all of what it is. And there's no point in trying to figure out the all of it. Right? So it's another place where being able to open up and let go is really important, because we actually create more space to release what is subconscious, what is unconscious. And the benefits of that reverberate through the whole of us in ways that the benefits of staying up on the surface don't so much. Right? It's like the difference between cognitive behavioral therapy and trauma therapy. Right? So letting yourself feel into what might be the deeper pain, or just the presence, the awareness that there's more here than you know, and that you are inviting the parts of you to open up, to trust that it is safe to release this deeper pain, imbalance, discomfort, past, whatever the past is, the remnants, the effects, the residues of the past. And we're doing it so that we can start today afresh. Every day is a new day. Every evening is a new evening, and an opportunity to open up, to make some kind of shift and change, to free ourselves, to bring in more brightness, more light, more possibility. So that is my prayer for all of you tonight. That through this work, through the power of the circle, through the intention of each one of you, bringing what some people refer to as at least 51%. Right? We have to be showing up to bring the majority of the energy, and then there's so much support for us for healing. But my prayer is that each of you feel, well, my prayer is that each of you feel a beautiful release. You might not all feel a beautiful release tonight. That doesn't mean there hasn't been a beautiful release happen at levels and layers which you're not conscious of. But it's always so sweet to feel it, right? And to open up to the possibilities, just the gloriousness, the wondrousness of life, and of what we can create in our life, especially with help. So as you're focused on whatever it is, and maybe you're not even really clear about the focus, but that's okay, because part of you absolutely is. Part of you is absolutely tuned, open, and ready. But I want to invite you to try to identify what might be a belief that goes along with what it is that you're wanting to clear. The emotion, the memory, the pattern, right? Is it a belief about what's possible and what's not possible? Or more about what's not possible, I guess? Might it be a belief about what I deserve? Might it be a belief about how I measure up? One of the things that has been sort of in the field, my field, the past week, I think, with my work is this awareness of what are called unrelenting standards, and how in various formats we can have these really high standards for ourselves and for others. We have them for ourselves, we have them for others too. And that we hold on to these standards and not realizing that the holding on to these standards creates pain and suffering. And so I say that thinking about ways that sometimes we feel like we're not enough, or we're not doing this enough, or we haven't accomplished enough, we haven't created enough, we haven't whatever, right? There might be some of that up for some of you. But let's choose a belief or a pattern if that works better. And we're going to go through the long version of the belief work tonight. Start with that. And if it is an emotion, I think you all know now that you can do this work with an emotion, even though it's more reserved for beliefs and patterns, but you can choose to do it for an emotion. Could be an emotion, judgment, like disappointment, mistrust. Mistrust isn't quite a belief, it's more, comes from beliefs. It's more a pattern. So those are just a couple of examples, but you all have done this enough that you're probably way ahead of me and saying, when is she going to start? Well, I'm going to start now. So let's start at the high heart. Oh, I didn't change. Sorry about this. I just realized I didn't change my. There we go. Okay. So I'm starting at the high heart. Even though I have this whole complex, right? That was Jung's word. There are these complexes that include patterns and energies and beliefs and thoughts, and it's all energy, emotions. So even though I have this complex around whatever, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though I have this complex around this, it's woven inside of me. Even though this complex feels woven inside of me, I choose to free myself. I choose to show up for myself as I'm doing by being here and free myself. Top of your head. And I call on the divine. I call on the sacred beings around me. The sacred beings who are always here in this group. The sacred beings and the energies who are here to help me work with this complex. Right? They have the right resonance for this complex to clear it and free me and elevate me. And I am grateful for your presence. We can say to these beings, I am grateful, I am grateful, I am grateful. Even if I maybe don't necessarily feel you right now, I choose to trust that you are here with me and I am grateful. I am thankful for all the blessings, all the gifts, all the bounty, and all the mercy that's been granted to me in this life. And then your eyebrows. I'm just going to go through one time and then go to the belief work. So this complex, this complicated complex that goes deep on the sides, it's ancestral, right? It's past life. It's larger than me. It's larger than this particular expression of me that I am right now. This whole complex that's bigger than I know. It's more than I can ever really know above your lips. And so I choose to let go of trying to figure it out. Choosing to let go of trying to figure everything out. Trying to be in control, to be in charge. To rely on my head more than my heart and my body, my spirit, and the sacred. Choosing to trust that it is safe for me to do deep work. It is safe for me to open up. It is safe for me to let go. On the sides, it is safe for me to feel feelings that are uncomfortable, that might even be scary to feel. It is safe. I am devoting so much attention and energy to healing in this lifetime. Wrist. This is a lifetime for me of healing. And I am grateful for the conscious awareness I have and the choices that I have been making to heal, whatever it is. Back up to your high heart, tapping back and forth for a moment. A couple of deep breaths. I just want to share that I've been hearing that this lifetime is the lifetime for healing, that there is so much healing going on this planet, not everywhere, or in ways that look like it's healing, because how do we know? But that there are more and more people every minute choosing to step onto the path of healing themselves, for themselves, for their loved ones, for the world. We're about healing the way we have not been about healing in millennia, maybe many millennia. So it's a special time. It's important, precious time in that way. And there are more energies here now for us to help us heal, because it is such the energy of the time. no matter what. Always, no matter what. Okay, so we're going to stay here. All right, and we're going to start with belief, pattern, and emotion, judgment, whatever. Even though I don't, well, let's say it this way, even though not all of me maybe wants to let go of this complex, I'm going to use the word complex all the way through. You stay focused on what it is for you. I am going to love myself and feel better anyway. Even though parts of me may not want to completely let go of this complex, I deeply and completely love, accept, and forgive all of me. Even though parts of me may not want to completely let go of this complex, I deeply and completely love, accept, and forgive all of me. Nice deep breath. I choose to let go of this complex completely and deeply. Another deep breath and breathing it out. Top of your head. Even though it may not be possible, even though parts of me think it's not possible to completely let go of this complex, maybe I think that I'm stuck with it this whole lifetime, I deeply and completely love, accept, and forgive myself and the world and God, whoever else I need to forgive for me to let go of this complex. Whoever else I need to maybe even love and accept to let go. Deep breath. Oh, we're still up here. I'm getting ahead of myself. It is possible for me to completely let go of this complex. Remember to say it from deep in your belly, right? To say it with conviction, to say it with energy, to make it so within the whole of your being, right? The whole of your energetic being that's right here, right now in this space, but has trails through the universe, okay? Through time, through dimensions. Eyebrows. Even though maybe I won't completely let go of this complex, I deeply and completely love, accept, and forgive myself anyway. Even though, oh, I noticed that it's interesting what's happening tonight, it's just really interesting. This is how we're doing it. I'm at my eyebrows instead of just doing it on my, the high heart. So hope you're following along. Even though I may not completely let go, or parts of me think they won't completely let go of this complex, I deeply and completely love, accept, and forgive myself anyway, no matter what. I'm determined to heal these relationships inside of me. I'm determined to free all the parts of me that are still trapped in pain of any sort. I am moving towards wholeness. The part of me that is already whole and healed and love and light is helping me and guiding me in this. Deep breath underneath your eyes. Even though I might not do everything necessary to let go of this complex, I deeply and completely love, accept, and forgive myself anyway. Even though I might not do everything necessary to completely let go of this complex, I love myself and I'm going to feel better now. Even though I may not do everything necessary to let go of this complex, I love myself and I am going to feel better now. Above your lips. Oh, no, back up under your eyes. I am going to do everything necessary to completely let go of this complex. Another deep breath. Above your lips. Even though I don't give myself permission completely to let go of this belief, I deeply and completely love, accept, and forgive myself anyway. Even though I don't give myself full permission to let go of this belief, I'm not quite all in yet. I deeply and completely love and accept myself no matter what. Even though I'm not completely all in, right? There's a little part of me holding back. I don't give myself complete permission to let go, to free myself of this complex. I love myself deeply and completely. Nice deep breath, breathing out all the residue. And then again, I give myself full permission to completely let go of this complex. Another deep breath. And breathe that energy of that back in, right? Breathe in the truth of that. Breathe in the feeling of it. You speak it out into the world and you breathe it back in to fill yourself back up with the energy and the magic of the spoken word underneath your lips, even though it doesn't feel completely safe to let go of this complex. I deeply and completely love, accept, and forgive all of me. Even though it doesn't feel completely safe for me to let go of this complex, I deeply and completely love and accept all of me, no matter what. Even though it doesn't feel completely safe for me, for all the parts of me to let go of all the parts of this complex, I deeply and completely love and accept all of me anyway. Deep breath, breathe it all out, feel the release on the exhale, and then it is completely safe for me to let go of all of the parts of this complex. This time, nice deep breath in and feel that breath in. Feel yourself filling up with light, with truth, with love, with the energy of your own words. Collarbones. Even though it may not be good for me in all ways to completely let go of this complex, I deeply and completely love, accept, and forgive all of me, no matter what. Even though it may not feel good, may not be good, completely good, the best, I don't know, for me to completely let go of this complex. I'm going to do it anyway because I'm going to love myself. I'm going to accept myself. I'm going to forgive myself. And I am going to heal deeply, deeply, deeply these relationships within me. I'm going to become whole and love myself no matter what. on the side. Oh, no, no, back up here. So even though it is good for me, sorry, it is good for me to completely let go of this complex. Nice deep breath. And let it go. On the sides. Even though I don't deserve to let go, maybe parts of me that feel like they don't deserve to completely let go of this complex. They're still holding themselves in blame, in judgment, still feeling like they should have done something different. Is their fault somehow? My fault somehow? I love myself and I am going to feel better now anyway. Even though parts of me may feel like they don't deserve to completely let go of this complex. I know that's not true. And I love and I accept and I forgive myself totally and completely. Deep breath. I absolutely, fully and completely deserve to let go of every bit of this complex. True words, those risks. Even though I may not be willing, or parts of me may not be willing to let go of all the reasons for keeping this complex, right? Feeling that somehow it protects me. I don't know what I would do if I completely let go of it. What would happen? Well, I would just feel happier and brighter, have a more positive perspective. But in any event, really, there are parts of us that like, no, I don't know how smart that is, right? So, and even though there may be some of that energy inside, I deeply and completely love and accept myself anyway. Even though there may be some energy inside that still thinks there are reasons to hold on to this complex. That hurts me. I'm going to love and forgive myself totally and completely. Up to the top of your head. Even though I don't forgive myself for having this complex, I'm going to love myself and feel better anyway. Even though I don't forgive myself for having this complex, I'm going to love and forgive myself anyway. Even though I don't forgive myself, I'm going to forgive myself anyway. Basically, what we're saying here. All right. Nice deep breath. I forgive myself for having this complex. Completely, deeply, and forever. Good. Wear your shoulders. Mine are a little tight from that, just like a little strained, not tight, but strained from that. Okay, eyebrows. Even though maybe parts of me don't forgive myself, forgive me for letting go of this complex. Like there's resistance. Maybe there's still some kind of resistance inside, some kind of agitation around it, which ends up being like, I'm not forgiving you, not happy about this. I'm going to love and accept all the parts of me. And I choose to trust that it is perfectly safe for me to do this healing and completely let go of this complex. And that every part of me will be able to feel more light and more peace inside as a result. On the sides. Oh, no, back up to the eyebrows. I don't know if something is like kind of energy sort of interfering. It's interesting. Keep not staying exactly in the pattern here. So back at your eyebrows, I forgive myself or letting go completely and deeply of this complex. Nice deep breath again. On the sides. Even though this complex has been woven into the fabric of my being in many, many ways over many years and decades, through many, many experiences, some that involved me directly and some that I just witnessed. And even though this complex is woven into me too because of generational dynamics, what we pass down, right? What has been passed down to me, what energies that I'm picking up from other lives, other times, other dimensions. There's so many ways this complex, any complex, is woven into the fabric, the sense, the matrix of our being here. I'm going to love myself and feel better now anyway. Even though this complex has been woven into the fabric of my being, I deeply and completely love, accept, forgive, and free myself. Even though this complex has been woven into the fabric of my being, I deeply and completely love, accept, forgive, and free myself now and forevermore. Nice deep breath. Come to your heart. Even though this complex had been woven into me in all these different ways, I am freeing myself of it now with deep and complete love and acceptance of myself and beautiful, kind, and gentle forgiveness. And tenderness. I want to feel tender towards myself. A couple of nice deep waterfall breaths. Keep your eyes closed. And as you're continuing to release the residue, continuing to unwind the energy of this from everywhere, I invite you to open yourself to receiving the energies of light and love into the whole of you. You may feel like they come like just pure energy or sound or vibration. It may feel like they come like in the form of color or colors or shimmering droplets of water or mist. Feel yourself being filled. Feel yourself opening. That's your 51% right now, is to open to the energies of spirit, to the energies, the sacred beings who are here not only to help you heal, to help all of us heal, but also to help illumine us, to help expand our capacities to receive our capacities to hold, our capacities to express, to open to possibility, to open to trusting the universe, to trusting our high self, to trusting our hearts. And to trusting each other. Filling up with light, with color, with energy. Pure light, pure, higher vibration energy. Be it vibrating at the frequencies of love, of unconditional love. What might that feel like? Perhaps this energy coming into you is vibrating at the frequency of peace. Feel how this feels. And perhaps the energies are vibrating at the level of joy. And see how this feels. Not everybody might feel joy, but if you can feel joy, open up to this vibration. And if you can't, which one resonates for you more? Is it peace or is it unconditional love? And let yourself feel this vibration. Feel this energy moving you, this energy breathing you, animating you, filling you. And as you fill yourself up, as you open and allow yourself to be filled, you might also come to this point where you can feel these energies of unconditional love, of peace, or of joy spilling out of you. Spinning out into this world. Joining with all the other beings who are vibrating right now to the frequencies of unconditional love, of peace, and or of joy. We are weaving a new web. I am grateful. I am grateful. I am so grateful for you, for the presence of the divine, for all of my life experience. It's all led me here. And I am grateful. So I wish each of you a beautiful week, enjoying the extra dose of light making sure you get out in that light. Just reminded by Dr. Mercola of how much healthier natural sunlight is for us than supplements, even the highest quality supplements. Get ourselves out in the light. Let it fill us up. And so with that, and again, we're wishing you a beautiful week. I love you. And I will see you soon. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You're all beautiful. You're all wonderful. Don't forget about the mirror and delight, okay? All right. I'll see you.